Today I'm going to do a demo using a stencil I created yesterday, designed and created yesterday, fish bones. Now the reason I did this stencil was because I wanted something to go in the background of these cats. This is called Caterwauling by Handcrafted. As you can see, lots of moggies on there, lots of pussycats. So I want to use that stamp set today, and I want to use the fish bone stencil in the background. I've got my A5 card as usual. My mat is 13.5 by 19.5 centimeters, and my topper is watercolor card 300 GSM. It's Daily Rowner, 13 by 19 centimeters, and that's for my topper. And it's hot press, so it's smooth watercolor card as well. Right, I'm also going to be using my color clouds for blending through my stencil. I'm going to be using Nocturne Versifying Clair for stamping, and I'm going to be using a bit of mixture of inks today. So I'm going to be using a couple of these Cosmic Shimmer Intense stains. I've got a rich crimson, I've got a rose pink, and I've got a blue violet in those. I'm not sure which colours I'm going to be using yet, but and then I've got these fabulous inks, again Cosmic Shimmer, but it's Andy Skinner's Inkology inks, Inkology, and these are fabulous inks as well. And we've got Cold Steel, we've got Coffee Bean, and we've got Skinner's Gold. So that's some of the colours I'm going to be using. The blending inks, the colour cloud, I've got Crimson Kiss, Frosty Sky, and Basil Leaf. So I'll be using them later as well. If there's not enough on my brushes already. So, right, as usual, let's put those out of the way. And we're going to go landscape this time. Now, this fish stencil, for anybody that's actually interested, it does come also with the little cutouts. I shall put those in as well. So you get these extra little fish. That one actually goes that way, that one goes that way, and that one goes that way. Now the main thing with this stencil is I think the masks will probably get used more than the stencil itself. The stencil, as you can see, because I wanted to get this whole fishbone mask as one piece, it means the stencil is very open. But it is usable, it's perfectly usable. If you go easy with it and you come from this end inwards, it is very usable. And there's one I practiced on with last night. So it's a good stencil. But today I'm going to concentrate mainly on this one rather than that one. Well, maybe I should do both, I don't know. But I was thinking mainly on that one because I want it as a nice background. So to get started, I'm not decided what cats I'm going to use yet. I might do a little group, maybe that tall slender cat, and this chubby one with his little friend, and this one here, bossy cat. Looks like a bossy cat, don't it? And that one, and that one maybe, I think. I've used these ones before, but I've not used these ones yet. So I think that's what I'm going to use. Just put them to one side for now. Right, so first of all, I want to have this in the background as my biggest part, as my biggest. I'll do it. I might do it that way. Let's do it that way. Right, so first of all, let's go light first of all. So blue. Again, this one, it's a case of holding down the little, all the bones as you work with it. It's quite a flimsy stencil. It's nice, but it is flimsy. I mean, you can work it quite. It's just a case of holding it down as you go along. And you might get inky fingers, but who cares? We like a mess. We like to make a mess. I'm just holding the rib down, you know, that main rib as the backbone as we go along, and then hold the ribs as it, you know, it holds the ribs down at the same time. So I'm just going to get the main shape of that fish rib cage down, and now I'm going to concentrate on doing his head. So it's only for background anyway. This is just, my ink is quite juicy. It's all running underneath the main backbone. And now around his tail, so that we'll get the nice fishbone shape in there. So let's just move that out of the way. So you can see, I'm just going to fill in the rest now. I'm going to put some other colours on that fish in a minute. Just get this done. Nice bit of background. Yeah, this is going to be another new batch of 7 stencils coming out soon. This is just one of them. I thought, well, I'll give you a sneak peek and we'll have a play. Right, so I'm going to put that back in place. I'm going to go over a little bit more. Make it a bit darker. So it's not the easiest one to use. It's just a case of hold it down as you go, unless you've got any of that sticky, you know, repositional sticky spray or anything like that. By all means, you know, spray it first and then stick it down. That's another good way of doing it. So we've got him. Got that background blue going on. I'm still going to keep him there. That's quite a nice colour, that blue, actually. And then I'm going to add a couple of other colours to it. I'm going to put a bit of green, a bit of red on there as well. Just a little bit here and there. So you can see, look, we've got a, works out perfectly well. Fish bones. So I'm just going to have a bit more colour on him, and I think I'm going to do have a bit of red, not too dark, because red's quite dark. I'm going to do that right down the centre. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold it there and there. I'm going to put a bit of red down the centre. Obviously mixed with the blue is going to look purplish. But that is absolutely fine. I'll bring a bit past his tail as well. I think it'll just give a bit more definition. The blue's quite pale. So I've got red there now, and then I'm going to go green. I'll keep these out because I'm going to put them other fishes on as well, I think. Just a splash of colour here and there, extra colour, so everything's not blue. Let's turn that over. I mean, yeah, you could offset it and you get a real good, like a 3D effect going on there. Makes your eyes go a bit funny, don't it? But there you go. I think that'll do it. So we've got a nice colour going on in the background now with those. I won't do that up because I'm going to use it again in a minute. So you get a little bit of ink on your fingers, but never mind. Let's give this fish skeleton a quick clean. Now this time what I'm going to do, instead of using these little ones like I've just done, now I'll use these. Again, it's very open, but it should be fine. You should be able to get, you know, you should be able to use it quite finely. Let's put one down here. Should we do a green one down here? So you can see it just inks through quite nicely. I'm just building my colour. Just keep going back and forth till I get that nice darker green. There we go. Bear in mind you can turn your stencil over as well if you want it to go point the other way. Give that one a quick clean. And then we'll have one for here. Also going that way. No, we're going that way. This time we'll have a red one. It's a case of just, if you go quite lightly and just build your colour slowly. Moved it off there now and so. Just keep going until you've got your colour you want. I'm just going back over and back and until I've got what I want. Nice dark little fish. Fishies. Let's put any more on or not. Have another one going that way. Let's put a bit of green on this one as well. Mix that colour up. So yeah, it's just a matter of playing around with it. So you got what you want. We can have this one going up there as well, couldn't we? Go. There you go. So we've got a nice fishy background going on there. Just so that you, just to show you, let's go on the back of that one, how easy it is to use this one. Like I said, it's very open, and I didn't want to join all those, because if I did, all those bits would have fell out and I wouldn't, all I would have had was the head and the backbone and the tail, rather than the whole thing. But just to show you, this stencils through quite easily. Nothing moves. I mean, if you're going to go at it like you're scrubbing the kitchen floor, then you might have problems, but with your blending brushes just going through like this, you should be fine. Just to give you a quick show. There you go. So that stencil does work well. Looks floppy, but it does work well. And that's just on the practice bit for you. I like you to see what's going on. Give that one a quick clean. Oops, be careful when you're cleaning, because it does pull the prongs up, those bones. So let's put that over there out of the way for now. And back to our main piece. Little bottom there now. closely on my hand. So let's get these inks covered up. And now we can do some stamping. Put those out of the way. Right, so there's my background done. Might be a case of bleaching some of the colour out of some of these cats, but we'll see. We shall see. So first of all, I'm going to put the ones that are in front down first. So we're going to have this big one here. We're going to have this big boy here. Excuse me. Right. I do love these cats, they're great. There's a few others in the series as well. So these are stamps, these are nice crafting stamps. I'm going to say most of these fishes you're not going to see anyway because they're going to get covered up. So I'm going to put him there. I could have stamped these first and then masked them, but I'm just going to pull the colour back out using either water. If the water won't pull it out, then I'll use bleach. So make sure he's... Again, I'm using watercolour card, so I like to make sure it soaks my ink up. So that's him in place. Him and his little buddy. And then I'm going to have... Let's take it back in. Let's put him back on there. Then I'm going to have this one. Looks like he's really, looks like the leader he does, doesn't he? Looks like he's, what's the word? Conducting it. He's conducting the music. Put him here. See, those fish are just going to get pushed to the background anyway. You're not going to see all of it. All of them. And there he is. Kitty cat choir, Caterwauling. And then we'll do this tall pussy cat. We'll have that one going in the middle, I think. Might just about get him in there. I'm going to need to do some scribbling around him, so... I'm going to put him there. He's going to be slightly behind, so I need to... Where's my white pen? Let's get my white pen out. Grey white pen. So I've got this kitty's book just there. So I'm going to miss that patch. And I've got, I think, might just about get him in there without really affecting anything else. Got that other kitty's tail there, so try and miss that patch. And then I've got this kitty's tail here, so try and miss that patch. That's going to be tricky to... What's it in it? It's going to be tricky to... what do you call it? Ink up. That. Yeah, nothing else interferes, I don't think. That's the book. Yeah, that's it. You know me and my way of doing things. I can hardly see where that's... So that's where the book is. So we'll miss that bit. Gone over it. Do you know what? Just go over the whole lot. I really should have masked them all off first and done it properly. So that's done that bit. So again, now let me take out that bit because that's where the book is. Let's take out that bit because that's where one kitty's tail is. I need to take out that bit because that's where the other kitty's tail is. Easy done. And then you just line it up on there to avoid that kitty's tail, and that book. And stamp him down there. Push him to the background. Actually, that one looks like it might be a girl. That one's got eyelashes. There. And any bits I've missed off, you can just draw back in. That worked out really well. That's worked out perfect where that book is and where that tail is. See, there's method in my madness. Might seem bonkers to you guys when you're watching and think, what the hell is she doing? This is how I like to do it. It saves a lot of faffing around, stamping out twice with your masking and everything else. In my opinion. So what I'm going to do now, just with my black pen, just make sure them lines actually join up. That one to that one to that one to that one, and that would be where his foot would have come down there. His, hers, whatever. So now I've got them stamped in place. Now I'm going to try and bleed the colour out of some of this, if I can, with water. I've got some jars of clean water here. What won't come out, I'll bleach out. I mean, these cats are going to be a bluey colour anyway, so... let's get all that colour out. This is why I wanted to use the watercolour card, because I can do this then. I'm going to be watercolouring them in anyway. So now you can see that cat now. Fishy cats. Is what they are. Take the colour out of him. Take out the colour we don't want anyway. bleeds out quite easily just with water. Time I've coloured him in, you'd never know. His book. This one's tail. See where I'm going with it. Pushing those fishes to the background. Disappearing them. I need to get as much of this blue out of him as this one as I can, because I'm going to paint him. I want that one to be a ginger cat. That one's got his tail to, and his foot to clear. I do like these little characters. They're great little characters, aren't they? That's it. Let's give her a nice clean face as well. It is a tedious way of doing it. Obviously, if you want to have a go at remaking this, then like I say, you can always mask them up, stamp them first, mask them, then do your background. See these pussycats appearing? Now the big cosy fella. Reminds me of a pussycat that keeps coming in my garden actually. Keeps yowling outside the back door. I don't know if he's after Jess or he wants feeding or what, but he's not underfed by any means. If he is scrounging for food, he doesn't look like he really needs it. And I shan't be, he can yowl all he likes, I shan't be feeding him because that's how we ended up with Jess. But she was starving when we first saw her. She was a different matter. I couldn't leave her unfed like that. She was clearly starving and not well looked after. But I'm not taking in another pussycat, especially not one that looks well fed. And it's a boy. And he's still got his doodahs, so I'm not even going down there. Not even going down that route. There. So you can see now we clearly have some pussycats on that background. Can you see that? Yeah. Right, let's dry that off a little bit. I don't wonder why I do that. Why do I always shake the blooming gun? My heat tool. I think that'll do it. Right then, let's give these little fellas some colour and some ground. Right, so let's get this colour palette sorted out first. So I'm going to need some Skinner's Gold. That's going to be for me ginger cat. So I need a bit of that, just a drop for now. I might need some brown, some coffee. So I'll put coffee in that one at the end. Some grey, which I think I'll put in that one. I'm not sure I'll be needing the blue, but we'll definitely need some red. Oh, that's tight. Oof. That's gone tight. Little dried bits of paint dropping everywhere. So we've got some red. Very dark red, very deep red, that one. We've got some pink for their tongues and ears. And I've got a bit of this lovely blue violet. I love this colour. It's a beautiful colour. Dry bits everywhere. I don't want them mixing in with everything else. Right, so let's do the ginger cat first, I think. Right, I'm going to need a small brush, one that's slightly bigger than that one, and I want to add some water to it. I don't want it to be too dark a yellow. There we go, that's nice. So this little pussycat, actually I shouldn't have done inside that earball, I should have done that pink. Oh, I didn't want the pink will go over. Okay, so she's looking at rather yellow for now. What is that? Where did that even come from? Right, okay, and then what I'm going to do is add colour stripes. See how dark this is on its own for the stripes. Might not be dark enough. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, dark enough for the stripes. Tiny bit on the head. A bit wet, wasn't it? Right, even smaller paintbrush. We go this red, dark red. That's inside their mouths. That one can have red as well. And even that one. Now I am going to add a little bit of this red onto this cat's stripes, just to make them appear a little bit darker. Like that. I'm also going to take out some of the colour from that tummy and around the face. There, just there, because they're usually quite pale there, aren't they? Usually white. Little pale tum, and on the fingers and the hands. A bit out the ears. So I can colour them in pink, and that tail could be a bit pale there as well. Okay, so now a bit of pink in her ears. I think that needs to be watered down a bit as well. There you go. Pink hairs and tongs, that's that one in the middle done. Oh, crikey. My video's froze, I can't see what I'm doing on that now. But anyway, I'm going to carry on. As long as you guys can see what I'm doing. So, what did I have? Blue, brown, grey. I'm going to do this. That's very dark. I'm going to do this cat in this grey. A bit darker on that arm because it's going underneath his book. He really does look the business, don't he? Looks like he's conducting. I think that looks alright. Let's have a look. Give that a bit of a dab in as well. Take out some of that extra. Yeah, you can still fish bones. Still see fish bones going through him. I think that's about right. Let's dry that off. Okay. Just want to blend some of those edges a little bit so it's not so. I want it a bit paler in some parts. But I don't want those rough edges. So we'll blend them in. That's it. Now then. It needs a little pink nose. What's that? Oh, that one needs a little pink nose as well. They all need a little pink nose. There you go. Right, and this one I'm going to do in this brown colour. Keeping pale, I'm going to add a bit of that yellow to that. There you go. Nice orangey brown colour. I'm doing that colour. Big beefy putty cat. Got some more stamps coming from Handcrafted this afternoon. I can't wait because some of my other new stencils are aeroplanes, the Lancaster and the Spitfire, and one of my new stamps is going to be the Aviator from Handcrafted. It's a picture this stamp, and I can't wait because got my brother's birthday coming up, and to do him a, you know, a card with the Lancaster or a Spitfire on it with an Aviator would be absolutely great. He'll love it, I know he will. The paper keeps bobbling. It's because I wet it all first. Got it looking a bit rough before I started painting with taking out that the colour from the fish bones. Let's give his face a bit of a lightening up, and I think his fingers need lightening up. Definitely his book does. Oh, got all brown in his book. Right, his stripes are going to be even darker still, so let's take a bit more of that yellow. I think maybe I should have used a smaller brush, but let's see how we get on with that. His arms and hands are going to be darker anyway because they're underneath, they've got shadow. See how his stripes are darker. And I'll make it lighter again. That yellow's more like brown now, look. Gingery cat. There you go. It's a shame actually to see the fish bones all the way through, and I should have done it properly really. Never mind. Here's what it is. Here's what it is. So there's 3 of the pussycats all coloured in. And obviously I'll do some proper white shading as well. Now what colour should we do this little character in the middle here? We could do him light, the same as the other one, same as the tall one. We can have him as a light pussycat. That was easy enough, wasn't it? Little yellow pussycat with some dark markings. and a white belly. Right, so let's make his markings slightly more red. Ooh, that's too red. Oh, and so is that. I don't know. Let's go with it. Yeah. Pretty cats. Right, what colour books can we give them? I think I'm going to get the bleed proof white out for that. Right, the ground can be this grey. Probably not dark enough. Let's add some of that red to it. And a bit of that blue. Oh, that must be a purplish ground then. There you go. A big patch of purple. And there's some of that purple going around these cats, I think. I like to do like a shadow behind the cats. Something I've always done. Well, not just the cats, with anything that I do. I like to put a bit of shadow around them. It just makes them stand out a bit more. That's not my blooming door. No. Maybe not really the right colour to go around them, but that's what we've got. Just makes them pop off the page a bit more. So now I need my bigger brush and I need to blend that edge because I've now got a horrible prominent edge and I don't want it. So I'm just going to blend that in, water it down a bit. Kind of blend it as I go along. There. So now I'm going to get out my bleed proof white. First of all, let's just paint these eyes in because they don't look very dark. We need to see they've got some eyes, even if they are closed. There we go. Yes. Now then, bleed proof white. So that's that with the painting done. Clean my brush. Well, I have actually got some in the lid. Quite a bit in the lid actually. So I'm going to do his little teeth. Catty vampire teeth. Do his little chesty bit. And white knees. And white on his tail. gives them a bit of extra life, doesn't it? Oh, little white knees on this pussycat as well. Yeah, that's about got him, I think. Oh, I put some highlights on this little cat as well. The little feet. Tiny pussycat, this one is. That's it, I think. I'm just writing these books. They look nasty, don't they? So they're little song books. Wonder what they're singing. This would be a good one for Christmas time. Put little Santa hats on them all. So they're singing Christmas carols. Hee. Singing for their supper, no doubt. That's it, nice white books. A good old bleed-proof white. Swear by it, I do. There you go. So there's all our little puddy cats. Caterwauling, singing for their supper. To do some little white whiskers. Does that not work? To be really fine, don't they? There you go. I do love to see the little whiskers. And a little cat as well. Yeah, that's quite cute, really. So let's have a look what else is in that stamp set. I think there's a music note in there. I'm sure there is. There is a music note in there. So let's get that out as well. And we'll dot that around. Excuse me, tiny little. Off my paintbrush. Get rid of that. What was I going to do? Yeah, ink. Where's my ink gone? So we've got fishes, and we'll have some music notes, and we'll dot them about. Let's. There. I think that's turned out quite nice actually, with the little fishes in the background as well. Should we put a sentiment on it? In harmony or caterwauling? Caterwauling, I think, because that's exactly what they're doing. Caterwauling. Odd word, isn't it? So if I put that up in this top corner, like that, it looks a bit wobbly, and then I can follow the rest around with my black line like I do to my caterwauling. Okay. And then I will just trace that around like so. And we'll just go down to there. Doesn't have to be level or straight in any way. And it just gives it that extra bit of something. Pulls it all together. Instead of going around the edge with blending ink all the way around, just do something like this or pull it together as well. There you go. Caterwauling. So then that will get glued onto there and there. I have no idea what I'm showing you because my camera's decided to stop showing me on my phone. I hope this is recording. And there we have our card for today. There, hope you enjoyed that. I did. And I'll see you next time, maybe with another one of my new stencils. We'll see. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.